points in 9 minutes. Former Piston #1 draft pick is forced to enter the game now for LA, and Dubar checks in for the Pistons.
You have to look back on the second foul of A.C. Green when he just pushed the player, the Detroit Piston, under the basket. It was Dantley, pushed him for no reason, you know, and picked up a cheap foul, and that might come back to haunt the Lakers.
Getting back to what you said at the beginning of the game, Billy, about the focus on how physical, the possible basket brawl, as they said. You think the Lakers are being extra aggressive and being called for it?
I think at times they have shown it. I've seen A.C. Green show that, and we've seen Byron Scott do it. They can't allow themselves to get involved in it. That's not their style. These are the world champions we're talking about, who can play with anybody, obviously.
Kareem nails a skyhook, and he has scored the last 7 points for the Lakers. He has 14 in the game.
Well, what it amounts to offensively, when Kareem's been on the floor, they've been looking to get it inside, and the Pistons are going to have to look to double him.
Dumars, long range. So Jim Dumars has hit 3 out of 4 from the field. He's been quiet. If Vinnie Johnson and Jim Dumars do some damage, that's going to spell trouble for the Lakers.
And that's been a key for this Piston team all through the playoffs. Their guards getting it going offensively.
Detroit calls a timeout. You know, this is a great crowd here, and Billy, you and I just noticed during the break that very few of them may be actually seated here. They have been standing for a long while now.
Amazing. They're just standing up here. It looks like a college football game, you know, where the fans in one section might just stand the whole game.
Both teams are still shooting over 50% of the game. Detroit has the better of it, 58-53. 42-39. Lakers trail by 3. Less than 6.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Byron Scott just inside the three-point line. Lane Beer gets the rebound. He's got 7 rebounds already. Thomas sneaks in past Magic and Scott. Biggest lead of the game right now for Detroit.
And what Detroit is doing now when the ball goes into Jabbar, it's sending the nearest guard down to double team him.
Scott. Dumars. Rodman running the floor. Thomas. Foul. And will go to the line to shoot.
Now it looked like, I wonder if Isaiah has hurt his back again after that third game when he had that wicked ball hitting Michael Thompson's arm.
He's helped up. Foul is on Magic Johnson, his first. Each team has been hit with 3 team fouls, and you can see that Isaiah trying to work out the hurting.
He's not going to work that out. That's going to hurt him for, I'm sure, a week after this season is over. But as he said, hey, it's this time of the year. If I was in a wheelchair, I'd be out here trying to play.
His biggest scoring game was in the Pistons' loss in Game 3. He had 28. He's best when he's in control. And it's here at the Pontiac Silverdome. The crowd delighted with the Pistons' comeback. Dick Stockton and Bill Cunningham, Game 5 of the NBA Finals.
Now, one thing for the Lakers, Byron Scott cannot lose confidence. They're going to need his perimeter jump shot.
Illegal defense against Detroit, so we're all even 1-1. You know, Billy, with Rodman guarding Magic Johnson, what that does for Detroit is it limits Magic Johnson's ability to penetrate. He now has to shoot over Rodman, and that's worked so far.
Yeah, it also forces Magic not to look to post up as much because he can do that against Dumars and Vinnie Johnson.
Offensive foul called against Magic Johnson as Rodman got position.
Magic Johnson is second.
Second on Magic. The Lakers owner, Jerry Buss, is in the crowd. He rarely makes road trips, mainly because he's sensitive to the crowd rooting against his team on the road.
Well, you can't expect him to be rooting for you at home and on the road. Here's the isolation of Dantley.
Dantley with a fall away. And a 9-point lead, and the after that early spurt, have lost it. And a timeout, full timeout by Pat Riley. Listen to him here.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know you make me wanna stick my heels up there.
Silverdome, the Pistons have seized the lead over the Lakers at number 5. Coming up on the Prudential at the half, we will talk live to the heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson, and his challenger, Michael Spinks. Both will be with us from Atlantic City. Now, Dick and Billy, there's a news development of the NBA. The list is out for the 2 expansion teams 2 days after the finals, Charlotte and Miami. Here are some of the players left unprotected. Some interesting names, including Pearl Washington, Andrew Toney, and Walter Davis. And Dick, the 2 teams playing here tonight will not have to make their announcement as to who will be available until after this series. Back downstairs.
Pretty interesting names, Brent. Surprised at some of them. And Billy, the big story right now may be the fact that Pat Riley, not taking any chances, has decided now to bring James Worthy back in the ball game.
It's a critical time is what he's saying. He can't wait for James Worthy to be on the bench.
Playing with 3 fouls. Michael Thompson has the ball stripped away by Adrian Dantley. They can stretch it to 11, and Dumars does.
Right now, the Pistons are flying up and down the court, getting that easy break, an easy layup.
10-0 run for Detroit.
Now here's Michael Thompson, 6'11" against 6'4" Adrian Dantley. He gets a piece of the ball, and it leads to 2 easy points for Joe Dumars.
And John Sally has come in for Dennis Rodman, who's just picked up his 3rd personal foul. Rodman has played solid defense, but Sally is back in there, and he played well when he was in. Dumars on Magic Johnson.
You see Magic goes into the post as soon as Rodman comes out of the game.
Worthy left open. Short with it. Gets his own rebound. Tipped up by Lane Beer. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has 16 points. And the reason you put Worthy back in is where are the Lakers going to get offensive firepower if Worthy is not in there?
Right, and now what they're doing is they're putting him matching up defensively against Lambeer.
Dantley, tough shot in the face of Michael Thompson.